In this video, we're going to look at evaluating a function at a given value. And the function we're going to look at is an absolute value type function. We have f of x equals the absolute value of 8x minus 5, and we want to evaluate that at x equals 1/2. So remember, this is equivalent to asking for the f of 1/2. So all we're doing is putting a 1/2 in the place of x. So the original function is the absolute value of 8 times something. Well, the something in this case is going to be 1/2 minus 5. And so notice again, I put the 1/2 in parentheses, and the reason for that is you just want to get into the habit of doing that when you're entering something into the place of x wherever there's an x, because if it has a negative, you need to take that into account whenever you're multiplying or adding or subtracting, whatever you're doing to it. You want to take into account that the negative is part of that number. So technically for this case you wouldn't have to, but I think it's a good habit to get into. So 8 times 1/2 is going to leave us with 4. Bring down the minus 5, and that's still inside of the absolute value bars. And then 4 minus 5 is going to give us -1. And so now we just want to simplify the absolute value of -1. So remember, the absolute value is just the distance from 0. So it's always, the distance is always going to be a positive quantity. So all we're going to do is say the absolute value of -1 is +1. And the reason for that is -1 is 1 unit away from 0. So the f of x equals the absolute value of 8x minus 5 evaluated at x equals 1/2 gives us 1. And that's our answer.